How's it going, guys? It's Roshi here with the Pubcast, and today I found a nice little game to do my little noob casting on. We've got two members of Power Rangers on the same team here. We've got Bignum and YW. We've got RNM from F5, and on the other team we've got Liquid's Kuroky, OG's and Big Daddy NoTail, and we've got Pajkatt. So we're going to have to remember the positions of these players and see where they're all at, because they're obviously not using the real names, but I'm probably just going to go off hero anyway. Pajkatt's nice enough to have his real name on there. No brainers, no tail, and Kuroky's over here. And then it was Bignum, RNM. Like I say, I'm not going to remember these. It's literally just going to be a case of calling out the heroes, I think, and referring to Dire and Radiant. As like I say, it is a podcast. So, looking towards the draft already, we've got an interesting one here. It looks like we're going to be having Kuroky going most likely mid on the Morphling, unless it could be a support Morphling, which we do see, just max that strength morph and get a nice, good, long, reliable stun. Not particularly useful against his heroes, it doesn't pierce BKB or anything like that, or the magic immunity that Juggernaut brings with his spin. Lion, last pick there, nice little standard. All round good lane support, always a solid pick, got plenty of lockdown, decent amount of burst, and it's just an all round general good lane support. So it's going to be interesting to see where this one goes. It's either going to be NoTail on the mid Kunker or Kuroky, support Kunker's run as well, but like I say, this is a pub. I mean, even if there's a proper pro match, you wouldn't know where this one was going. It's an odd case. So I don't know what order these were picked up in. Sven, maybe after the Slardar pickup, with him being a fair bit of a good counter to Slardar, because Slardar's amplified damage most of it gets quickly countered out by Sven. In fact, all of it does. Sorry, for some reason I thought the arm reduction went up to 25, but it doesn't. It's 20, and Sven literally nullifies all that immediately with Warcry. But when you say nullifies, you obviously want the extra armor of Warcry. It makes him a lot more tanky, so it kind of counters each other in that sort of sense. But it is a very big physical damage lineup with the Juggernaut being in there. The last pick was Shrek. It'll be interesting to see how that one pans out. He was obviously a strong hero way back when. So we can expect to see the Juggernaut going into the off lane. Into the safe lane, sorry, being supported by the Trainer Protector, Ricky. But we're going to help out on that mid lane maybe, on the mid lane first, then rotate down towards safe. We'll see how his roaming goes, but he's going to be there anywhere. Slardar's going to be in the off lane. And as I was saying, the Shrek in the middle. There's been... I've got items picked up. That looks more like a mid Kunker to me. That's decent amount of regen to go in, stout shield, a little bit of extra damage to help with the last hitting in lane. Like I say, it's probably going to be against the Shrek. The Shrek is probably going to struggle a little bit earlier on, but we'll see where Kuroky goes item wise. We'll see what he picks up. But just off these early ones, I think NoTail could be taking Kunker mid. Maybe practicing his Kunker. Maybe OG are looking towards the strat. We'll see where they go with that one.
It's in the bag.
So the game back underway. Like I say, we'll see where we get with these sorts of items. I feel a little bit nosy about this. It's Ricky being picked up, and a lot of people in PUBG find them picking up Slardar as a counter to Ricky, but it tends to work the other way around. To be fair, so you can get the jump on him first, get that dust cloud off. I mean, the amplified damage just finding, but it's a case of locking him down first and actually revealing him. So I don't. Whereas he does kind of counter. I don't think I wouldn't call him a hard counter to Ricky by any means. But they're on the same team, so that's irrelevant for this game anyway. So yeah, it is going to be a mid Kunker from NoTail. He's got himself plenty of regen to keep himself in lane till that bottle comes out. You do want to usually get that extra. He's not like a melee Dragon Knight or something like that who has that regen from Dragon's Blood and the extra armor to keep him in lane and not require a tremendous amount of regen before getting his bottle. But Kunker only got 4 base armor. He's got a decent amount of HP. Got that extra gauntlet of strength just to get his HP up a little bit more. So he should be okay. But it's going to be a tough start to it for him. We'll see how he gets on. I think it's just going to be a straight up rune for rune, mid for mid trade. Well, this Lesh looks like he's heading down towards bottom. Is this a mid Juggernaut? Looks like it is a mid Juggernaut. So I feel this matchup's going to be... Kunker's going to be happy with this one. Lesh is going to cause him more problems than the Juggernaut will do. I mean, it's a tough one. I mean, Tidebringer is absolutely horrendous to play against in lane. It does push the lane out a little bit, which can be kind of useful for a melee hero like Jug. And that damage is just going to start ramping up. So on the off lane, we've got like we've got a solo Darkseer here who's an absolute nuisance, but Trail Protector pretty good at dealing with. He is going to go down here by the looks of things. One more last right click, and it does go down to the Trail Protector. I was about to say Trail Protector is pretty good because you can kind of stand up against these creeps, you know, get them killed with their ion shell and stuff, and then you just take yourself a living armor, get yourself your HP back up. Really annoying to try and get the HP of heroes down when they've got a nice anticipation of the torrent there. It does land onto the Juggernaut. He's not going to have enough damage to kill him, but it's still going to chomp through his regen. He's going to have to use that salve very early. Waiting for that Tidebringer to land before he uses salve, make sure it doesn't get cancelled. So we're seeing this a lot at the moment. We're seeing the offlane being sacked off in pretty much most scenarios, the exception being someone like a Darkseer who looks like he's in a bit of trouble again. But no, the exception being Darkseer, he does tend to stay near the lane, but he is going to head towards his creep camp and probably stack it up. And it was, as I said, it looks like it's going to be a, well, not looks like it is definitely going to be a support morphling. He's got his HP low for the time being though. Obviously agility high, so he can last it. He's not in any sort of immediate danger, doesn't need stun or anything like that, so he can just help out getting his last hits with the pulls and stuff. Trail Protector making his way over here. Excuse my camera work, and they are going to prevent all these sorts of shenanigans. He's being slowed up by the Leech Seed, but it's too much into tower range, so they're not going to be able to chase him down, but they'll be able to cause him all kinds of problems. And this is the thing with the offlaners, like I said, they are dipping back into it, and they kind of stopped going towards this small camp just because it is very predictable, and rotations that have just happened there can happen again. So they are finding themselves doing what Slardar's doing here, get into the jungle with his Iron Talon, bit of regen, see what he can get done. It's not the most efficient, but it's going to have to do for him because he's not going to be able to go in against this lane. Like I say, with Morphling with that maxed out strength, I mean, he's gone for the waveform and he's holding on to a couple of skill points, but if you max the strength out, he just clicks up the Morph and the Adaptive Strike there. So what we can expect him to do is max out Adaptive Strike first, keep his Morph nice and low, because he's going to be keeping it in strength anyway, he's going to have no need to. I've just missed out on how he denies himself to the Ricky going on mid and just go down to the Conker. So I missed that one there while I was shuddering on about nonsense. But no, we'll expect to see the Morphling max out the Adaptive Strike, and he'll just sit in base, max out his strength, get himself plenty of HP, so he can just get that max Adaptive Strike. He's not going to need to get anything more out of Morph, really.
You get nothing.
But they do have a decent amount of setup on them with that Adaptive Strike. They've got all of Lions locked down. They've got Sven Stormhammer. They do have they are going to be able to do a hell of a lot of damage and set up a lot of really hard ganks. So obviously I didn't get to talk my way through the draft, so I'm just trying to squeeze it all in now while the action's going on. But I am much preferring the Dire draft, like much preferring it. As much as Ricky can be a pest roamer, he's really going to struggle against this because they are going to hold him in place very easily. Like I say, with the Adaptive Strike and the Lion Stuns. But if we look towards the CS, Pajkatt, Big Daddy NoTail, doing pretty well on it, and looks like Slardar's go down here, and there's even more of that stun. The Adaptive Strike, and there we go. We say Adaptive Strike just to keep him in there even longer. And that's just going to be anytime anyone shows up solo against this lane, they're just going to die exactly like that. There's the cheeky Conker trick. TP back, fill up your bottle, and X marks. But the Ricky is going to be waiting for him when he gets back, but there's not going to be anything he can do about it, so. One's going in, the smoke's probably going to come out. But over comes the big tree. There's the zone and torrent. Don't think we'll else get anything out of this Conker. He does have a ship if he really wants to use it, but he doesn't need to. He's already got that bracer up, he's got 1100 HP, it's only 4 minutes into the game, they just don't have the damage to get through it. And Ricky's damage really doesn't start to come online until he's got a few items behind him. So as I was saying, CS going massively into the favour of the Dire, unless the lineup is a little bit better. That boat's going to be on the mark, but it's not going to do anything because there's a bit of a spin there. I think that should never be underestimated about a boat, and this can never be said enough. A lot of people do say it is the rum buff. In the middle of a fight, it's not about hitting the boat, it's about getting the rum on all of your allies. I mean, that damage reduction is just fantastic. I mean, Lion's come over to here, but it is spotted out by this Radiant Sentry Ward. I think there's a great deal we can achieve from it. So all is quiet on the front now, people are just farming away, getting those items, get ready to fight, but like I say, this definitely does favour the Dire. As the game goes on, the heroes are just a lot stronger in that late game. Kung is probably going to be going towards that one-shot side of things. I mean, his job is just to kind of win this lane and be able to help set up ganks with the X-Mark and stuff. But, I mean, you look at late game, Juggernaut, as strong as he is, he can't man-fight as Sven. He loses that one every single time, do you know what I mean? Just the support morphing, and look at that, Lion comes in around the backside with a haste rune and pays for it with his life. Just get the stun off onto the Listrat. They might be able to take him down, but the Ricky Cloud does manage to stop this one out, and Kunkka is going to fall. The stun comes out, Blade Fury, see you later. That's a nice quick 2-pick. I mean, Lion came in around the back, but he was definitely into danger territory there.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So, quite unfortunate there, the way that one went out, but Ricky's still sticking around. Sentry and Ob's put down, but it has been spotted out by Ricky. You saw that one happening. They're going to go in on him again, but he's going to be spotted out. Not going to be able to stop him. Blade Fury's going to be plenty of damage, and down you go, mate. One last right click. And he does go down to the Orb of Venom damage from the Ricky. In the end, bit of a painful and rub salt in the wounds way to go. So Kuroky has started to lean more towards his strength now, as he gets that adaptive strike online. Dark's here to shoot his way home as he drops low to the neutrals in his jungle. Aggressive ward being laid out here by the Dire, maybe looking towards making some things happen around this mid and top lane. So Slaughter's doing alright for himself. He's managed to get himself up to that level 6. Self-infused range up to try and block some of that damage from all these adaptive strikes and stuns from Lion and stuff. It's a ways off before Fingers on Lion anyway, so that's nothing to worry about just yet. But the mana regen itself is pretty good for him anyway. So towards the bottom we look at the item progression down here. Lishrak, he's doing alright for himself. He's up to 43 last hits. Looked like they wanted to go into this Dark Seer again, but he goes into Ricky Cloud with his movement around there. Really, it's going to cost him his life. He didn't know where he wanted to go. Juggernaut going for the spin with his Blade Fury is going to wear off, and there's going to be enough time. I was going to say there would have been enough time for the adaptive strike, but they wouldn't have had the follow-up damage to finish him off there. So if we have a look over towards net where Sven, as we expected to be, in the lead. Nearly got that armlet up and is going to be most likely ready to fight as soon as it is done as well. And there's a completed armlet on his way out for him. He's been amped up by Slardar, but not going to cause too much of a bother for him. And Ricky's just scouted out that ward being placed, so that should get dewarded relatively quickly. Some sentries on the Treant Protector as well, so mid lane it looks like they're putting some levels towards Kuroky. I think he'll take his replica at level 6. I think he's just going to stick to getting that adapt to try and max out first. So relatively slow pace for a pub game. It's not normally how we expect things to go. Looks like they're going to go in towards this Juggernaut, and he just manages to walk that one off. He still has the Blade Fury and he's holding on to it as well. He needs to be careful with his movements. I'm going to say if he was to come through the river he'd be caught out. Nice little oddly placed ward is going to see all the stacking done for Sven, so he can put a stop to that one when it gets going. So, Big Daddy NoTail, he's got his phase boots online. We'll see where he goes next, see if he just goes straight into a damage item or something, or he's looks like he's going to go for the
Dire's
drums
bottom tower is under attack.
as he finishes those ones up. So Morphling goes off with the early adaptive strike and let's get the stun, and it lasts an awful long time when you've got that strength morphed. I think what's the max stun on that one? It's 4.25 seconds. That is a very, very long stun. Feels like an eternity when you're on the receiving end of it as well. Like I said, these stuns are going to combo up very nicely if they can get, you know, they can probably stack these stuns onto 2 different heroes and hold them in place. You know, some, like, that's a really nice overgrowth just to hold them back and stop them going onto this Lishrak, who is trying to hightail it away and will be able to do so. There is a waveform, but Kuroky's not going to go forward too much for it. So the overgrowth keeps the Lishrak alive. I think he was in too much trouble of dying. It's getting pretty low. Lion wanting to continue this one. Looks like they want to make a move onto Conquer in the mid. Being pinged out. Oh, really nice Blink Crush. The first reveal of the Blink Dagger from Slardar, and drums are popped, but it's not going to get you away from that one, mate. So for me, the only weakness of this draft is Kunkka. He's a very good team fight hero, but I just don't feel he scales tremendously well. I just feel like he's an okay hero. And the Replicate is skilled at level 6. Just going to use him to farm by the looks of things. They get the stun up onto the Lishrak, and like I say, if you can stack these stuns on 2 different heroes, so they've got a tremendous amount of lockdown, but they're not going to have the damage to follow this one up. A little bit too late on the split earth there to get the stun off on to Pajkatt and his Sven. But he's going straight into a BKB next. His rune going to be picked up by Jug, and he does have his Omni Slash, but no one's sure for him to be able to get. The Dire moving as 4 now on Morphling Kunkka. Darkseer and Lion looking to try and make something happen. They've got no vision of anywhere though, so they don't know what's going on. They're just looking to try and get some deep wards down out of this one, and they managed to find themselves a Trim Protector. They have any protection, they managed to get the stun off. They haven't been able to stack them up, but he's a very, very tanky hero, and they do off the damage. The Overgrowth goes out, manages to catch 3. TV coming in from Juggernaut, but that level 1 Omni Slash is going to get very quickly soaked up by 4 heroes, so he's not going to want to waste it on that. They're trying to track him down, but that's not the way he's gone. He's got a bottled up haze rune as well, so he's not in too much trouble. Then again, like I was saying, they have a tremendous amount of stuns to hold people in place. So 7-3 is the score. Their net worth's been up and down a little bit. It's a slight favour of the Radiant, but it's not a tremendous amount at this point by any means, and the experience is dead even. But the mechanism coming out for the Darkseer now as well, so it's a very good time to fight, and they managed to get a kill onto the Juggernaut, onto the Sven on top. I missed that one while I was busy looking at the items. They get the stun just to hold him back and stop any sort of follow up, and a really nice 2-man Blink Rush from Slardar amps up the Kunkka, and he goes down. Kuroky, is he going to be able to? No, not going to be able to strength morph that one. That's a 3 down for absolutely nothing, and it's looking like a really out of control game so far for the Radiant side.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Maybe the value of having 2 teammates from Power Rangers might just make that little bit of a difference. So Lion's been found out top by Slardar and Ricky. I suppose this is a combo that shouldn't be underestimated. I was talking about how they work against each other, but they work out pretty well. You know, Ricky can scout out the heroes to be able to get a Blink Crush, and Ricky's damage from behind is not to be underestimated. I mean, you look at that agility damage, and then you put that on top with the amplify damage, and people drop very, very quickly. But they're making their way towards bottom. He'll probably spin this one off. He opts not to spin this one off, and he goes down as well. Maybe spin was not on cooldown. He just felt like he had time to get that one off, but just didn't. Sven's here, but he's getting he looks like he's getting pincered. Coming around from behind on them, and I don't think they're aware of this one. Darcy's going to run into the Treant Protector. He has spotted him out. You have the Overgrowth as well. It's a 2-man crush with the Overgrowth of Ricky Smoke. And Lishrak with all that AoE nuke damage, and NoTail not going to be able to get away from this one, mate. So they do get the Juggernaut, but it'll cost them 2 in the process. Not sure how the feel this Morphling's working out for them. So he's got a decent amount of HP on him, but he does only have 6 armor. It's a little bit of a problem. And there's that living armor. I don't think we'll be able to get this one off Ricky. Simon's chasing him down. A blink crush forward. Only manages to get the lion. They amp him up, and he is going to go down for it. But the rest of his team are just going to bail out on him. And Slardar going in with the living armor on him, it makes him extremely difficult to take down. And that's at level 4 now as well, so he's getting the 13 regen, 7 blocks of 80. Quite a lot in the early phases of the game. Oh, and they managed to get Juggernaut just as he's coming uphill. But he does have the help from the Shrek. The stun comes out for him. Sven going onto the Shrek, wants to take him down so he can stop all that damage from his ultimate. And they do manage to get him down, but he gets the Bloodstone Suicide off. It's an instant respawn as well. They don't even get him in the end. They are trying to track down this Juggernaut who has spin. Just be really, really careful. I don't think they'll be able to catch up with him. Looks like we're going to get ourselves a big overgrowth here as well. It does manage to land on 3. I don't think Darkseid's going to be able to keep them alive. Mech doesn't have the mana for it either. The Omnislash bounces around. They managed to take down the Lion. They're almost going to get the Triumph Protector, not be able to do so. Split Earth on 2, manages to get them really, really low, and that is a quick 4 pick off, and it's going to be a complete team wipe as well. Lash's damage doing so much work there. And the Ricky Cloud comboed up with his ultimate Tricks of the Trade, and there's so much AoE damage coming out from them. You know, first looking at these drafts, I was expecting, you know, decent amount of AoE coming out from the likes of Kunkka and the Sven Cleave, but you know, underestimating the amount of damage that are bouncing on this Slash and you know, all that kind of Fate's Edict and all the Disco Pony stuff going the way it does, Tricks of the Trade, Slardar's Blink Crush, the Overgrowth. It is actually a great deal of AoE damage that they've got going on here. I mean, Kunkka known for being a team fight hero, but when you look at the way these abilities are just working together, a really, really deep ward's been put down earlier on as well. I don't really think that's going to achieve a great deal until all of the outer towers are taken down. So it's going to be a difficult one to get back into it. I mean, the best idea for them is what they've been trying to do. They've been trying to, you know, go and find getting a pick off and stuff, but they've been finding pick offs and sticking around that little bit too long. And Sven is going to go down again to the combo of the Ricky and the Slardar. Just catch the tail end of that one. And then Slardar's getting quickly out of control as well. He's going to blink 4 staff. And he's just going around it. Anywhere this Ricky is, that's where the Slardar is. Very, very close to follow. Ricky playing a very selfless game here as well. You know, the amount of kills he's been involved in, we're expecting to have the Fuser by now is 5, 1 and 12. Clearly being a little bit selfless, buying out some of the wards. But like I say, we are seeing these very deep wards in, and this is Ricky that's been putting them down. So what was only a small lead is now up to 7.5 net worth. 7 is nearly 8k. And then we've got closing in on a 12k experience lead, so this game is pretty much close to unwinnable now. Because like I say, the Dire team's really lined up for ganking. Really nice shields there to stop the X marks. Ricky just caught with that dust there, was he? No, he wasn't. He just managed to get away from it. Trap turns, he managed to get off the Ricky on the Cloud, just stops him getting anything else off. And it's a Shrek that'll get it up. Stun just go. Lands onto Slardar. Torrent. Not going to be able to do anything else with it though. He gets that Smart's back. Sven up in the air, will get stunned up. And he gets crushed up as well. The amp comes. There's a really nice Omni Slash as well. He's going to get through them all. Sven onto the backlines, pops his ulti, cleaves down the Ricky. All this whilst on really low HP. Another blink forward and a crush manages to pick off that Sven. Stun to hold the Shrek into place, but they just don't have the damage with Sven dead. They've just got nothing. There's still the Finger of Death to play with, but I don't think it's enough damage to bring down this Shrek. Boat coming back in. Heals goes up into the air. Still don't think they've got the damage to take him down though. Still in a really good spot with his health. Yeah, back. Torrent. This fight seems to go for a while. Really nice triple man split earth, but he goes down. To the Lightning Storm as well. One more Lightning Storm should take out Kunkka. Down he goes as well. It turns into a 3-for-1 trade. Another one going to the favour of the Radiant.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So this support Morphling not offering a great deal other than that adaptive strike, and like I said, they did have all these really good, nice stuns, but when you don't offer anything else and you've got plenty of stuns elsewhere in the team, there was probably a better pick. I mean, maybe it was. And he's going to go down, so you'll split the combos there. So as we know, Lesh was a little weaker in lane, but you put him in that safe lane, securing some farm, nice early Bloodstone and Yules, and he will quickly take over the game. Just Sven trying to clear out his ancient stack, will manage to do so. A little bit of it soaked up by the Ricky. Being pinged out, spot out the Shrek. It's a bit low in HP, so he's not going to want to be doing a great deal. But he's up to 20 Bloodstone charges now, and they normally say that's the peak where the hero becomes quickly unkillable through to the regen and so on and so forth. Sven used spin to the air, still doesn't have that BKB. He went for the Echo Saber. Gets stunned up, but you're not going to be able to kill him. Armlet toggling for his life, but it's not going to help him. Down goes the Darks here as well. Kuroky coming in. They do manage to get the boat off, but it's just not enough damage. They don't have the burst damage. Ricky's getting pretty low. Hide off into the trees, try and survive best he can. Oh, really nice smoke cloud there. Just stops the line getting any of his spells off, and it's the ult last tick of the ult does manage to take him down. Chasing this Conker down, and he'll go down as well. Morphling just about manages to scurry away. And 29 for 5, the scoring is an absolute whitewash now. Net worth coming up to the 15k mark, and we're well over the 15 and up towards the 20 in experience, and it's just a case of push to win now. But with Lishrat being the only push, this is what they had to do. They had to just wipe load of them out and get to the high ground. But they're just going to satisfy now with just taking all the outer towers, maybe look towards getting that Roshan onto Lishrat, one of the better Aegis carriers in the game. Got a Blink Dagger on his way out on the courier as well. TP in, spotted out, they managed to put a Sentry Ward down, but they just miss out on the Ricky. He does have that Refusal Blade that I was talking about earlier. He's had a fantastic game, he's been doing a great job of scouting stuff out. Made that Slardar's life a hell of a lot easier. It looks like Slardar's going to go for the Oblivion Staff as well, trying to get extra procs on that bash. But I feel like Pajkatt's he's lacking mobility in this game. He doesn't have a blink. He doesn't. I mean, SNY did seem to leave standard Sven build, and it's Darks here getting picked off again. Nothing you can do there, mate. Ricky's got the fuse on how he can solo kill you if he really wants to, but why do it when you've got a Slardar? But no, he's, as I was saying, he's missing the initiation tool, you know, the mobility, and the Shrek just blinks in and manages to get a really nice 3-man split, all flying the whole time, and a Poison Nova just goes absolutely ham and rips through every single one of them. Damage done, look at that by the Shrek, it's just insane. So this game is very, very much over, and my conclusion for this one is support Morphling doesn't work. Doesn't offer anything other than the very long adaptive strike, which is all well and good, but it's just not needed. Oh, he's just styling on him now. And Conker's still not a hero for me. He's an irritation in lane, and that's about as far as he gets. I don't think I've ever come up against Conker that I've gone, Jesus Christ, Conker's owned the game and stuff. Do you know what I mean? And that's why it's a sport. Really nice back wall, manages to pick off the Shrek, destroy that Aegis, but as far as that one goes, oh, really nice overgrowth onto 4, and they're just all going to get bursted down by the Shrek. He just stands in the middle and watches them all drop. And Morphling will wait on the way, but he's going to go down eventually. He can't hide forever. So I think this is the point where you just sit in base. Say see you later, boys. GG, well played. 2 lanes of rack very quickly. So just for the sake of it all, look at that. Heading up towards 30k, 25 experience. That's about as far as that one goes. trying all kinds of shenanigans with the X marks, but it just gets used up, and he's just going to get both down. As I was saying, guys, the Shrek is still a hero. Still a hero.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
He's got 7k in the bank.
Dire's middle tower is under
Send the courier probably to the secret shop, pick him an Octarine core or something, make him truly immortal. 32 charges of Bloodstone he pretty much is anyway. And they are just sitting in base to give this one up. So,
Dire's ancient.
I think we're going to conclude that one there, guys. We'll watch the Ancient blow up, and that's going to be about it. So, like I say, guys, it's just me pubcasting for a little bit of practice. Have myself a bit of fun. See if I can actually do this casting malarkey. But I'm doing it more so I can get a little bit of feedback. And a little bit of a last-ditch effort here, but I can't get nuked down once again. And it's just another complete whitewash. I mean, when was the last time someone died for... There we go. Prayer and Protect was the last hero that died. That was like an age ago. So yeah, leave me some feedback, guys. Let me know what you think. I appreciate it if you will be constructive with it and not just straight up flamey. But yeah, just let me know what you think. Give me some tips, some pointers. Tell me where I can improve, and tell me what you liked that I do, anything like that. But thanks for watching, guys, and until next time, I am Roshi, and I am signing out.